Hey, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Angela from Create a Knit. And today I'm glad you're here because I'm going to show you how to make this versatile little headband. Now, if you can double crochet, you can totally do this. I just added a little extra twist to my double crochets, which give it a nice little texture. And I made this in under an hour. So all you're going to need is a button of your choice, your yarn, and your crochet hook. So go ahead and grab your stuff and let me show you how to make this. Okay, so here is a close-up of the headband. You can see the two pieces right here that we brought together and sewed with a button on. And then if you look at the body of the headband, you can see those nice twisted double crochets that we put throughout it, which are super easy to do, but you're going to love the way it looks. Okay, so here are the supplies that I have. So I have a number 5 bulky yarn that I'm going to be using here in blue. And then I've got my button here as well. And then right here I have a size US 7 10.75 millimeter crochet hook. To begin, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and make a slip knot. Get my runaway hook here. And then go ahead and put it on your hook just like that. Now to start, go ahead and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now once you've chained 3, go ahead and skip that first chain and then just single crochet in those last 2 chains. So skip that one, go to your next one, single crochet, and then go to your last one and single crochet. Okay, so now you should have 2 stitches on your work here. Okay, so what we'll do is go ahead and turn that and then chain 2. Now go ahead and just single crochet into those 2 stitches. Okay, there's 1, 2. Okay, so now turn your work, and then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to start increasing. So start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. Now go ahead and double crochet 2 times in each of those 2 stitches right there. So we're going to be increasing. So we'll go into this first one, we'll double crochet once, and in that same stitch we will double crochet twice. Okay, so there you can see there are 2 double crochets in that stitch. So go into your last one right here and go ahead and double crochet 2 times as well. So there's 1 and there's 2 into that same stitch. Whoops. Okay, and there we go. And we have gone from 2 stitches to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go ahead and turn your work and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we are going to increase again. So we're going to double crochet 2 times in the first chain and then double crochet 2 times in the last chain. And in these 2 middle chains, we will just double crochet normally once in each one. Okay, so go into that first stitch, double crochet once, and then double crochet twice. Alrighty, so now in the next one, just double crochet 1 time normally. All right, in the next one, go ahead and double crochet 1 time normally. And in your very last stitch, double crochet 2 times to increase. Okay, so there's 1. All right, and then there's 2 in that same stitch. Okay, and now that we have increased at the ends, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stitches. So go ahead and turn your work and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now what we're going to do is that process again by double crocheting 2 times in the first stitch and double crocheting 2 times in the last stitch. And then in the rest of the stitches in the middle, we will double crochet normally. So go ahead and go in that first stitch. And double crochet once, and then double crochet twice in that same stitch. Okay, now double crochet normally in the next stitch. Okay, double crochet normally in the stitch after that. Double crochet normally. Double crochet normally. And now in that last stitch, go ahead and double crochet 2 times. There's 1, and then there's 2. Okay, so you can see here we should have 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so go ahead and turn your work. And what we're going to do now is the twisted double crochet stitches that we're going to work all the way up for the body of your headband. So for these, I'm only going to chain 2 when I begin the beginning of the round. So start by chaining 2. And then this is a really cool technique because instead of going into every stitch as we normally would, we're actually going to skip over to the next stitch and then double back and work it. And I'll show you how. So you're going to skip your first stitch here, and then we're going to go into your second stitch. So go ahead and double crochet that second stitch. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you are going to yarn over as if you're going to double crochet, go behind that double crochet that you just did, and then double crochet through that first stitch that you skipped. So if you can see, what we do is we yarn over and then we go behind, okay? And when we go behind, we go to that first stitch there and we loop through just like that. Then go ahead and work the rest of your double crochet. And if you look closely here, you can see how that creates kind of an X, and that's what's going to give us our twisted stitches. So not to worry if you didn't get that the first time, I'm going to show you all the way to the end so you can get a better idea of how to do this. Okay, so now that we worked those first 2 stitches, again, start by skipping your first stitch, and let's go into that second one and double crochet normal. Okay? There you go. So just double crochet that one. Oops. This is a very slippery hook. It's nice because it goes through the stitches, but it ends up falling off of the loop sometimes. Okay, so you can see here we skipped that stitch right here, right? And we worked a double crochet here. So now go ahead and yarn over as if you're getting ready to do another double crochet. And remember, we go to the back behind here into that stitch and through it like that. You can see the back end. Okay. Then what we do is go ahead and just finish off your double crochet process. Okay. If you look at that here, you can see that other X that you have right here. Okay. So let's proceed to our next stitch. So you can see we worked into that one right there. So then we're going to skip that first one and double crochet into this one. So go ahead and go through there. Okay, and now let's go back to that skip stitch. So go ahead and yarn over, go into that skipped stitch just like that, and then go ahead and finish out your double crochet. And there you go, another X. Okay, now you can see that we have 2 more stitches left unworked. So there was our last double crochet worked in there. So for the last 2 stitches, go ahead and again skip that first stitch, double crochet in that last one. So go ahead and go through there, double crochet normally. Remember, your first double crochet is always a normal one. Okay, so let's go back to that skipped stitch there, yarn over, go through the back way, go around that stitch, yarn over and work it as a normal double crochet back there. Okay, and here you can see that we have done 4 little X's. Okay, and you can see what it looks like when you start doing row after row. It's going to create that nice uniform pattern look. Okay, so go ahead and keep doing these rows until you get, like I said, about 15 inches from the tip to the last row, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so now I've gotten to the point where my piece is 15 inches long. So you can see kind of here what it looks like when you keep doing those rows, and it creates a beautiful pattern here. So next what we're going to start is our decreasing rows. And we're going to do 3 rows of decreasing. So we'll begin by chaining 3 now. 2, 3. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to double crochet 2 stitches together. And I actually have a tutorial for how to do this specifically, and I'll put that in the description below. So go ahead and go as if you're going to do a double crochet in your first stitch. Okay, then stop short of your last move. Okay, now go into the second stitch. Okay, draw through 2. Now draw through all 3. And we just double crocheted 2 stitches together. So now we will double crochet normally in the next stitch. Okay, double crochet normally in that next stitch. Okay, double crochet normally. Okay, double crochet normally. So in those middle 4 stitches, we double crochet normally. Now when you get to your last 2 stitches, go ahead and double crochet them together. So go in that first one, stop short of your last move. Now go into your last stitch. Okay, draw through 2. Now draw through all 3. Okay, so we've double crocheted 2 together here and double crocheted 2 together there and decreased there. So let's go ahead and do another row of decreasing. All right, so go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's double crochet 2 stitches together. Okay, now double crochet in those stitches. Okay, till we get to our last 2 stitches. Okay, almost there. And now that we've gotten to our last 2 stitches, go ahead and double crochet 2 together. All right, and there was another decreasing row. So now we should have 4 stitches left on our work. So let's go ahead and turn that, and then we will chain 3. And now what we'll do is we'll double crochet 2 stitches together and then double crochet 2 stitches together. Okay. Okay, so I double crochet those 2 together, and we'll double crochet our last 2 together. All right, so now we should have 2 stitches left on our work. And so now what we'll do is chain 2, and now single crochet in each of those stitches. And now you are finished. So go ahead and chain 1. Now take your working yarn and cut it, leaving approximately 6 inches. And go ahead and pull your hook. And then just give that a little tug right there. And that is the end of your headband. Okay, so what I did now was I went ahead and took my 2 ends and I overlapped them slightly, about an inch. And then I weaved my loose end onto a tapestry needle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take the button that I chose, and I'm just going to go in through the back side of that button and then pull that yarn through. And now position the button where you're going to want on your ends of your overlapped ends. And then go ahead and sew that button on through those 2 pieces. And then what I do is I just take the rest of the end of that and I just sew all the way around the end of the headband until it's nice and secure. And now I've sewn on my button, and then I sewed all along this edge, attaching the one part of the headband onto the other end, and I've woven in my loose ends. So now your headband is ready to go and ready to wear. So now you know how to make your very own headband. It was a pleasure having you here. And again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. So until next time, I'll see you later.